Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about how to make a guy miss you, how to make him crazy for you, how to make him to always think about you, how to make him to always want to talk to you, to want to see you, to miss you. I'm going to give you 5 solid points that are foolproof, that is very valid, that will help you make him want you, that will make him miss you, that will make him crazy for you. Number 1 is be the type of woman he would always miss. You don't want to always nag. Whenever you nag your partner or your boyfriend, you don't really expect them to always miss you. In fact, they would want to run away from you. So for you to be the type of woman that he would want to miss, instead of nagging, instead of always nagging, always make sure that whenever you're together, the little time that you have to stay together, that you spend or have a good time together, have good laughs, crack jokes, and have a lot of discussions ranging from different topics, ranging from maybe sports, music, politics, love, friendship, family. Have a lot to talk about. Always crack jokes. Always try and be a little goofy. Do not always be that very serious one that is always causing trouble and always nagging. Even when he does something wrong, even when you know that he does a lot of things wrong, you don't need to always nag. There are better, subtle ways to sort things out than always nagging. Whenever you are nagging your partner, let me tell you what he would do. He would want to run away from you instead. He would want to go out with his guys to have a drink. When he's done from work, he would want to go to the bar, maybe hang around with his guys to have a drink, or just hang around alone, or get another girl that he can gist and have a quality time with while he's at the bar having a good time there, because he's running away from coming back home, because you're going to nag him till he sleeps. Even when you're not at the house, even when you're not living together, he may want to turn off his phone, his device, because he doesn't want you to chat naggingly or call him nagging. So if you want a guy to miss you, the number 1 foolproof point is by being the type of woman that he would always miss. Whenever the both of you spend time together and you spend quality time, there's a difference between spending time together and spending quality time. When you spend time together, you could spend 3 hours nagging and complaining. But there are people that will spend 1 hour, but they use that 1 hour very well. And they used it to learn more about each other or crack jokes. And you don't want to add extra stress to him. As an adult, we have a lot on our mind. We lead hectic lifestyle. We go out daily looking for daily bread, even when you're doing it at home. Mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress, social stress, financial stress, everything stress. And then you want to come and add relationship stress to the already existing stress. No, you don't want to do that. So always try to have quality time with your partner and avoid causing trouble, avoid nagging. There are better ways to sort it out. It might be an occasion that will call for it, and it's not something you bring out all the troubles and bring them at once. You don't shout or nag about it. You can have a quiet or lovely conversation with them and confessing your fears, or what you think is wrong, or what you think is actually the problem that is making you to nag, or that would have made you nag. There's a way you can convey the information. Now it's left for you. If they appreciate you, they would want to make things better. I know you may be nagging and your partner still cares for you deeply, but if you keep on going that way, they might end up wanting to detach themselves from you. So try to be the partner that he would want to miss, and he will miss you. The second point is give him some space. This may sound a little cliche, but it is a foolproof point. Men tend to always want more alone time or free time than ladies. Women most times always want to cling onto their boyfriend, always want to see them daily, always want to talk to them. But sometimes men actually want to spend or have an alone time, or spend more time with their buddies, with their guys, with their men, with their brothers than spending time with you. He cares about you, he loves you so much, he's obsessed with you, and he always wants to hear from you, right? Yeah. But sometimes he still wants to have an alone time. Sometimes he still wants to stay by himself and think and ponder about his life and even the relationship that he's in. Sometimes he wants to go out with his guys and have a drink and watch match. Sometimes he just wants to visit his family and have a lovely time with them. Sometimes he just wants to go on a little solo vacation and ponder on a lot of things. And whenever you're always in their face or in their space, there is no space for them to miss you. I don't know if you get that. So if you want them to miss you, you've got to give them a little space. It sounds contradictory. You want someone to miss you and then you're giving them space, but it is the truth. You have to create time for yourself as well. When you're giving them alone time, or when you're giving them the space, you're giving yourself the time too. If you don't have anything doing, if you think you will be bored when you're giving your boyfriend space or your partner space, girl, go get a job. If you do not have a job to do, go get a hobby. There are lots of things that you will be doing and you will know how time flies. And you will get yourself engrossed in those things that time flies. And at the end of the day, you see something tangible that you achieved. Let's say for crochet, you can learn how to crochet. The next thing you're learning how to actually make a dress, actually learning how to make pants from the crochet that you're learning. It's something that will keep you very busy throughout the day. I know that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So when you feel, I want my boyfriend to miss me, so I'm going to give him some space, and then you go back to your house and you don't really have much doing or you don't have anything doing, and then that's when you're quiet or when you're dull or when you're lonely, that's when you start thinking and your mind will be telling you, call him, disturb him, chat him, tag him, do this. No, you don't do that. If your intention is to give him a little space so that he will miss you, you don't go out of his space in physical, but emotionally you're stressing him, you're everywhere. Try to give him some space and it will help you a lot to even build your own self. It will make him to miss you. Now, when you're building yourself, he knows you have something to do, that all your life is not revolved around him. That even without him, you can still stand strong and be who you are. That even when he's present, that you're not losing yourself and you're helping yourself to get more value, add more value to yourself. So it's going to help you to build yourself, and it's going to also help you to ponder on the relationship that you have with him. But if you think that you've been away for a while and he doesn't really communicate and it seems something is off, and then if you give him a little space now, the relationship might crumble. If you have anything that is giving you fears, that you should try and know if your boyfriend actually loves you, or that is making you to even try to know if he will miss you, you need to really check or sit down and ponder on the relationship that you have with your boyfriend. Why do you have such doubts? One thing is for sure, when you give him distance, that's when you actually know if he cares for you. Because when you give him that distance, maybe he has been actually craving for it, but he doesn't know how to tell you, and he doesn't want to tell you boldly that he's done. So when you give him space, giving him space doesn't mean that the both of you won't be communicating. Giving him space doesn't mean that you're going to forget talking to him for like a week or two. If you tell yourself that you're going to give him like 1 month space, for example, now within that 1 month, maybe you guys communicate daily, like 5, 10, 20 times. You reduce your communication. You already know his schedule and you know when he should be at work and when he should be busy. So you avoid those times that he's busy. So when you know he's a bit less busy, or maybe in the morning you may not call, you can just send him a text. It may be once in 2 days. If you don't want to be showing up on his face daily, you can be checking up on him. So he doesn't misunderstand it to be that you're getting tired of him, but that will actually help. You can give him 2 to 3 days without communicating him and see him come back to check up on you. And he will think, what's going on? Is she trying to break up with me? Have I done anything wrong? Why is she acting strange? She hasn't communicated me. So if he communicates you back out of fear that you're leaving him or something, that's very good. But if he doesn't care, after 2-3 days you don't communicate him, when you know that you guys communicate very well, and he doesn't care, then you should check out your relationship. I think something might be wrong somewhere. So giving him distance a little bit will help you in a whole lot of ways, to help you to build yourself, to help you to find yourself. It will also help you to know your stand in the relationship, and it will also help the guy to get more attached to you and miss you more. The third one is stop trying to make him miss you. Of course, men aren't stupid. They know when you're trying to get their attention. And if you're trying to make him miss you, and then you think that pulling away and then showing up everywhere is what will make him miss you, he knows the game you're playing, man, he will actually run away from you. Let me give you some examples. You are giving yourself some space. You don't want to call him. You don't want to communicate him often, and you don't want to always visit his house as usual. But as you're away trying to get some space or give him space, you make a post on Facebook and you tag him. The picture you posted, he is not in the picture. He's not even aware when you took the picture. He's not in the picture. He doesn't know when you took the picture, and you're tagging him. You're sure trying to get his attention. You're not giving him space. Or maybe every 10 minutes you're sending him snaps. I thought you're trying to give yourself and him space. Then why are you showing up everywhere? Being with him physically is not just the only way that you're always around him. If you're always popping up in his notifications, then you're not apart. Or sometimes you may be texting his friends to see what they are up to. You want to find out what he's doing through his friends. You text them to know what they are up to. Of course, they will tell him, oh, your babe texted, your babe asked, your babe this, so you're everywhere. Or maybe you're posting pictures on Instagram with some other guys to make him jealous. The best way to make him miss you is to wait for it. Be absent. And when I mean being absent, be absent everywhere. If your relationship is crumbling and then you want to use these tactics to know if he actually miss you, then you don't need to check up on him daily. Like I said before, you can give him 2 to 3 days without even contacting him or communicating him to see if he will communicate back. It's only when a relationship is good, is going well, but you think you're too much already on his face, and then you want to slow things down a little bit. And what you can do is to stay away from him and try to curtail the minutes or hours or times that you guys communicate. Try to reduce it, so you can still be communicating daily, but maybe once a day you can just be hello, hi, how are you doing, and that's it. If he replies or he doesn't, you don't have to care about that. Another foolproof point is move slower than he wants. When I say move slower than he wants, this is actually self-explanatory. I'm sure you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. The both of you just met. You're not supposed to give him yourself, all of yourself, immediately you guys met. One of the best ways to actually know if a guy is really, really interested and is serious, is going to be serious with you, is by moving slower than he wants. He wants things quick, fast, but you try to slow it down. If he wants you, he will wait. But I'm not saying you should wait for 1 year, 2 years, months. Some people are not that patient enough, especially when they try to woo you or show you that they're interested in you, but you're trying to be slow. They feel that you don't like them and they move on. But you shouldn't be that easy to obtain. A lot of things that guys own, it wasn't that easy for them to obtain it. Their cars, their watches, expensive outfits and shoes, it wasn't that easy. They worked tooth and nail to get them. So they place value on those things. That's how guys are. For him to place value on you, you have to take things a little slower. Now let me explain to you a little bit of how you can take things slow and still tell him that you like him. When you guys first meet and you already exchange number, yes, you can give number immediately. That's not a problem. Then you can do most of the conversations via chat. You don't need to meet him in his house. You can go on dates. A lot of them will tell you to come to their house. I came to this country and I didn't know anybody here. I wanted to connect. I was on Tinder. I created Tinder one time in Nigeria, used it for like 5 days, and I left the app. And I'm like, oh, my Tinder. I went and activated it, and okay, yeah, I'm in the UK. I met a lot of people there. A lot of them would come to my house, and I'm like, I don't even know you. How do I come to your house? And once they say that you're not interested in coming to their house, once you tell them, let's go to a pub, some of them might suggest after the pub, go to my house, tell them that you have your own house. And the next thing you see them, they wouldn't even want to see you, not for once, not in person, and they run off. That shows you that they are not there for a long-term thing. They are just there for a short-term thing, except you're ready for that. Come to my house, you can tell him, no, let's go on a date. We can go on a walk. You know, there are a lot of things you can do outside of your home and his home, and you still spend quality time and still get to know each other. So take it gently, slowly. Make sure you chat for a while. And even when you visit him finally in his house, don't give in. Don't just zip up a little bit. Just, you know, take things slow. You know how you should play your game. Take things slow. But you don't have to be very, very strict, especially if it's someone you like. So when you meet a guy newly, try and take things slow. It will make him to miss you. When you give it to him easily, there's nothing much to pursue, and he wouldn't miss you because he feels you are the one that wants him, so you are the one that will be looking for his attention. The last but not the least, leave in a little mystery in the conversation. This is very important. I have tried this a lot of times and it really, really worked. This was my little trick. I have put it into practice and it worked. What I mean is being mysterious. Being mysterious, I don't mean you should have different characters. But if you have different personalities, that's nice. If you can portray different characters, that's nice. But make sure you're you. But what I mean by me being mysterious is do not share every single detail the first time you met. You met today and you're having a discussion. Maybe you have a scar, like I have this one on my arm, and he may ask, what happened to your arm? I might just laugh it off. Or just say, it's a long story. That'll be for another day. This is just an example. So now you're not giving him the whole detail. You're not telling him everything. You have a lot of achievements. You don't need to tell him all of your achievements. If you have 3 strong achievements or 3 things you've achieved this year, you can just share one with him and leave the other detail for another time, so that whenever you guys meet, you always have things to talk about, different things to talk about. So do not tell him everything about yourself, and do not expose all your characters at once. Just come out little by little. Your amazing self, I don't mean the bad characters. He will keep seeing different amazing sides of you, different things about you he never knew, and he will keep getting interested to want to know you, and he will always want to communicate with you. He will always want to see you, to have chit chat with you, because whenever he meets you, he learns 1 or 2 about you. So try and be mysterious. When you watch a movie, most times we watch trailer, and when we watch a trailer, it is very interesting, but we actually do not know exactly what the movie is about, like what is inside the video. So the trailer makes us want to get interested in wanting to see the movie. That's how being mysterious is. You just show some parts of yourself and some are hidden. Then he has to dive in or dig in little by little to actually get to know your whole self. There are some people that can be mysterious. For 1 year, you won't be able to know everything about them. So the best way to make him miss you is stop trying so hard to make him miss you. Work on yourself, build yourself, learn new things, spend time on yourself, and spend alone time with yourself. Develop yourself, learn new things, and do not always show up on his face. And that way, like, have self-worth and value. It will be easy for any guy to miss you. And this is where I say bye for this video. If you have anything at all, leave it down below in the comment section. I would want us to keep talking about this topic in the comment section. What are the ways that has worked for you, that you have used on a guy that made him miss you or go crazy about you, or make him yearn and want you the more? Leave the comment down there for me in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed. I'm going to see you next time on the next one. Bye.